right, starting with number 22. Okay, solve the equation. Again, this is a quadratic. All right, I've got x squared plus 6x minus 16. Okay, when I first see it like this, where I do not have a number there for a, then I just look for basic factoring, where I'm looking for what are the factors of 16 that if I multiply I get a 16, and if I combine I get a 6. So I have 1 and 16, I have 2 and 8, and I have 4 and 4. Okay, which one of those can I manipulate how one student put it, how I can manipulate the plus and minuses to get to 6? Which ones are they? 8 and 2. Okay, so x and x, what's going to be positive? The 8, and so the 2 is going to be negative. Now those are my factors, but it's asked me to solve. You'll see this a lot on tomorrow's test. All right, so what are my solutions, my roots, my zeros, my x-intercepts? -8 and +2. Very good, thank you. -8 and 2. Okay, drop down to number 23. What are the factors? If I multiply, I get a -20. If I combine, I get a 1. I have my factors of 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. What are my factors? 4 and 5. So I have z plus 5, and I have z minus 4. Okay, those are my factors. What are my solutions? -5 and +4. Okay, now, number 24 you will see on your test. Okay, so I would highly, highly, highly pay attention to it. Okay, it wants to know, okay, I've got most of it on the board. All right, it wants to know to write a polynomial to represent the area of the shaded region, then solve for x given the area of the shaded region is 24 square units. Now, whenever you see something like a shaded area on the ACT, and then you see the non-shaded area, I know that I can solve this by taking the area of the big, or the area of the whole thing, and this is going to be a math, this is a technical math term here, okay? Area of the whole thing, okay, minus area that is not shaded, okay? So, I have area of the whole thing, this big thing here, minus the area of that will give me the shaded area. Okay, now I know that those are very deep math terms, okay, but you'll see that a lot on the ACT. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Okay, so I need to take the area of the whole thing. So that's going to be, and let me slide this over. Okay, that's going to be this right here, 3x minus 2. Okay, 3x minus 2 times x plus 3. Okay, so I take 3x times x, and I get 3x squared. 3x times 3 is 9x. Inside, -2x minus 6. Okay, the only common terms I have are this right here. Shh, hush guys. 3x squared plus 9x, or I should go ahead and combine these two, 9x minus 2 is 7x minus 6. Now, that's the area of everything right here. Now I need to take away this area right here, which is 6 times x, which is 6x. Because they tell me the area of the shaded region is 24. Okay, so I need to not only write the polynomial, okay, I not only need to write the polynomial, but I need to then solve for x.
Where'd you get 7x and 6?
Oh, I got 9x minus 2x is 7x. Okay, and then when I multiplied the negative 6 up here, then I took 6 times x right here, and I got 6x.
Okay.
So now I can combine again, and that's going to be 3x squared plus x minus 6 equals 24. So now I'm close to having the polynomial, because now I need to subtract 24. Subtract 24. So now I have 3x squared plus x minus 30 equals 0. So now I have done everything that I can do, and there is my polynomial. That's the first part. Okay? That's the first part of what they were asking. So now, when I have a number in front of x squared that is not 1, okay? When I have an a that is not 1, then I have to do advanced factoring. So first off, can I do Cancoe on this? Can anything come out of everything? I have a 3, a 1, and a 30.
Is that negative 30 or positive 30?
Negative 30. Okay? Negative 30.
That 3 can come out of everything.
Well, I only have a 1 right here at the x.
Oh,
So I can't do a thing. So it's going to stay 3x squared plus x minus 30. Now, I can do the advanced factoring and take a times c. So 3 times 30, x squared plus x minus 90. Then I'm going to factor as usual. What are my factors? If I multiply, I get a 90. If I combine, or negative 90. If I combine, I get a 1.
91. Wait.
No?
That's all.
I have my factors of 90, 1 and 90, 10 and 9. Thank you. So I have x plus 10, x minus 9. Then once I factor, I got to put my a's back in front of the x's. My original a part was 3. So I take 3x plus 10 and 3x minus 9. Now I reduce. Okay, I can't take anything out of the 3x plus 10. I can take a 3 out, so I have x minus 3. Now I'm looking for length. My whole goal is to find length, so I know it can't be negative. And when I solve for this, that's going to be x is equal to negative 10 over 3. Okay, and that I can't have. Okay, I can't have negative 10 over 3 as an answer. But if I take x minus 3 equals 0, I have my positive, so x equals 3. So now they said then solve for x, all right, given the area shaded is 24 square units, so x is equal to 3. Because it's the only one that's positive. That's how I'm going to know it's the right one. It's the only one that's positive. Okay, I know that there was a lot there. That's why I like this question. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in there, and you've got to work at it. Okay, number 25. Okay, last one, number 25. Okay, oops, sorry. There we go. Okay, I've got x squared plus x equals negative 1. X squared plus x equals negative 1. Okay, so I got to move everything to one side. So x squared plus x plus 1. Now, most of the time, okay, whenever you have all positives, okay, now of course there will be occasions that it won't, okay, but most of the time, okay, when you have all positives, you know you're going to have to use the quadratic, okay? Now there's certain rules, but I don't think those rules they can be more confusing than helpful. So, I know there are no factors that if I multiply I get 1, and if I combine I get 1. So, I'm going to have to use the quadratic equation. So x equals negative b, which is 1, plus or minus the square root of b squared. 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times 1, all over 2. So x equals negative 1 plus or minus, gentlemen, quiet. I have 1 minus 4, which is negative 3, all over 2. Now, whenever I see this negative, what does that tell me? A negative inside the square root. What does that tell me? Pull its eye out. So I have x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus I times the square root of 3 all over 2. Any questions on that? All right.